Hello you guys, welcome back to another TaylaMadeNatural video. Today I really want to talk about some myths, some breastfeeding myths, because obviously there's a lot of miscommunication going on, or there's a lot of non-breastfeeders telling the breastfeeders what they should be worried about. So yeah, here we go.
Spirit and my mind are too profound. Eyes close so bright, ears full of sound. Appreciate the beauty that's all around. The past has passed, now all things.
So I was looking online, and I also gathered some that I've dealt with both of my babies, mostly for the first baby. And especially when it's your first baby, you really just don't know that much unless you're like researching heavily. But you really don't know that much, and it can throw you off and make you not want to breastfeed anymore. And I'm all about breastfeeding these babies. So let's get started. The first myth I have here is when the babies get their teeth, you have to stop breastfeeding. Or when the babies get their teeth, you will get bit. Now, this is from my own experience. I have breastfed 2 babies. So for a total of 26 months, that's both babies combined, but I have breastfed. So, and babies usually get their teeth, Jaylani got her first teeth coming in like around 4 months. So it comes pretty early. And I was actually really worried with my first baby that I would have to stop breastfeeding. And he's only 3 or 4 months old when he got his first teeth. But I kept doing it because I was persistent about not wanting to give him formula. So obviously I said, okay, well, let's just see. No, I do know moms that have been bitten by their little ones, but it's not all babies. And the main thing that I want to say about this myth, breastfeeding does not require the baby to bite down. So it's not like the baby's gonna have to bite you every single time you feed. Like, no, I don't even feel Jaylani's teeth. I never felt James. I've never been bit. Jaylani did bite me once. Hold on. Jaylani did bite me once. And it honestly, it feels like somebody just pinched you. And it's over really fast. So moms, be strong, because it happens sometimes, but not all the time. Not with every feeding. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Okay, my next myth is that breastfeeding makes your boobs sag. And this is a really popular one, and a lot of people still believe it, but hey, I do not. Because, like I said, I breastfed 2 babies. And now, what actually does make your boobs sag is the fact that you're going through your pregnancy months. They're growing nice and nice and plump. And then when you're done, you go back down to your regular weight. So anytime, even if you're not even pregnant, even if you just had a lot of weight on you and then you lost weight, and your boobs will lose weight too, that's just from them growing. You can say that's their growing pains, because with anything that inflates itself and then tries to shrink back to its normal size, it's not going to look the same. The skin is going to be stretched. It's just not going to look the same. So you cannot blame this on breastfeeding, because if anything, when you're full of milk, that's when they're the plumpest. So with my first, I breastfed for 18 months. And then afterwards, I got heavy into like working out, and chest exercises help to plump them back up. And honestly, I had no problems with them. I still don't even think they're low or sagging or anything crazy, but they have been through a lot as far as growing and shrinking. So not breastfeeding. That's not what's going to make them saggy. Okay. My next breastfeeding myth is that when you're sick, you have to stop breastfeeding. No. Actually, when you're sick, because the thing is about being sick, the virus is in your body before your symptoms come. So I'm sure you've already been kissing on the baby, and the baby's not going to get sick from your milk. If anything, what your sick from your virus, you have antibodies that's fighting that off. That's also in your milk right now. So it's best to breastfeed as much as possible when you're sick or when your baby's sick. It's best to breastfeed as much as possible. This is definitely wrong. My next myth is that breastfeeding equals birth control. No. So breastfeeding does hold off your cycle for a while. Like I've even heard for up to over a year, you know, maybe 6 months, depending on your body. Some people get it back in a couple months. Right now, I'm 8 months in, and I haven't had one yet. So, yes to me. But anyway, it still does not mean that you cannot get pregnant. So, definitely during this time when you're not getting a period, it's the time to be the safest because you don't even know if you're pregnant. My next breastfeeding myth is that you cannot drink or take medicine while breastfeeding. This is wrong. So definitely not to say that it's right to take medicine or to drink while breastfeeding, but a lot of things that are safe while you're pregnant are also safe while you're breastfeeding. So, you know, normal things like Tylenol, ibuprofen, things like that are fine. They really can't touch your milk. So that's the thing. The milk is pretty much sacred. When it comes to the alcohol, though, this brings me into my next breastfeeding myth, which is that, you know, you should pump and dump. Like, come on, you guys. I get tired of people telling me this when I want to have a drink. Like, oh, yeah, just pump and dump. Like, no, that's a waste of my milk. The only time it's good to pump while you're like lit. The only time it's good to pump while you're drunk is if your baby's getting a bottle and you want to stay on her schedule. So you plan on, you know, pumping to imitate that your baby's eating and because you want to keep your milk production up. But as far as like telling someone to go ahead and pump and dump that batch and the next batch will be good. Like, no. As long as the alcohol is in your bloodstream, it's in your milk. So they do have milk testers for alcohol that you could try to use. But pumping and dumping is not going to do anything. As long as the alcohol is in your bloodstream, it's in your milk. Okay, you guys, my very last breastfeeding myth is that breastfeeding will help you lose weight. Okay. So like where and how, like, can I just breastfeed for the rest of my life and then I won't have to work out? No, that doesn't work like that. What breastfeeding actually does though, it is shrinking your uterus. Now, as far as your eating, it's kind of hard with breastfeeding because you're going to be very thirsty. You're going to be very hungry. So if you can control those eating habits, then you will start to shed some weight. But the uterus is what's shrinking, not your stomach. Breastfeeding does not shrink your stomach. So that's it for my breastfeeding myths, you guys. Please add some myths below because I will debunk them. And thank you for watching. Bye. Say bye, Blueberry. Bye.
Give thumb up.
Give us a thumbs up, you guys. Thanks.
Subscribe.
Bye.